Hey everybody, Kyle Grumke here at Grumke Farms once again. This evening I'm just showing you a little bit something that we did. So Brittany, my wife, she has a fairly large garden, and if anybody knows how our summer is gone, has been that she has been pregnant, and during first trimester was extremely rough. So the garden got a little bit away from both of us, because with me being in one field or another, I was not able to keep up with the garden, and she was feeling so miserable. She wasn't either, and it got away from us. So this fall we were looking at it. She wanted to get it cleaned off, and she started working on it. You can see at the end there's a bunch of piles of stuff she cut and drug out, but it was overwhelming. So she texted me at the end of that day. She's like, I am thinking that maybe cows would be a good option to finish up what we have left. So what we did was, I got this electric netting for chickens. I got it originally back when I had goats to make quick catch pens with, but we use it for the chickens now, and put it around the garden. From the garden, sorry I moved the camera really fast, but from the garden, on the other side of these buildings is where the feed, the weaning pens are. So it was easy enough to get the calves into here. Just ran a temporary fence right over here, which I can show you. Try to get over the fence without getting shocked. But they just come through that machine shed lot right there, 2 gates, and using a single poly braid made an alley. Got them on the garden, and for the last 2 days, I didn't leave them in there overnight. I didn't want to push my luck, but for the last 2 days, they have hung out on that garden space, and they have done a phenomenal job of cleaning it up. You can see a little bit where I was capable of using a bar mower. I cut everything off and it laid it down, but we didn't get it off of yet, and it was a little hard because on this lower part she's got landscape fabric in there, and then up where you can see the posts where the tomatoes were staked, there's landscape fabric, so we couldn't burn it off. And I'm happy with the job the cows did. They even ate some of this stuff that I cut a month ago and just dropped. It wasn't anything special. It was weeds and foxtail. And then this afternoon, they weren't wanting to get as much trampling effect as we wanted over here. So we just moved the netting in and tightened it up and left them on there. It'd be like 35 head of calves in that 450 to 500 weight range. So I'm not too worried about compaction. I mean, that's lighter than the tractor. But right now I just turned them in here. I figure they can nib off a little bit of good grass before they head up to the barn to where their hay is. And both days they've had feed in the morning, and I'd bring them out here, and then in the evening they go back to where hay is. So it's not like I'm pushing them too hard. I know weight performance probably is not going to be there for the last 2 days and maybe a couple to follow, but you know, we were using them as a tool, save our backs, save time. So, but anyway, that's what we were doing. These calves, I did a calf tour here a while back, but they're really doing good. They've evened out. We've selected our heifers, hauled them out. They're out on pasture now, and then these ones, we'll keep them for about another month, and then they'll head to the sale barn. But that building there's a mobile chicken coop that I got to redesign because the wind keeps toppling it over. But I'm going to let them hang out in here and be my weed eaters around all the buildings and the equipment. So, but anyway, that's what we did the last 2 days. Wanted to get it done before they're talking a pretty good amount of rain next week, and I didn't want the garden to be muddy. But you all have a good day. We'll talk to you later.